Hello and welcome back, dudes. We're coming to you live from my mom's minivan.
Hello and welcome back. Hi, Joe. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks, Sally. So happy to be here.
What is this intro?
And we're filming this in good old Illinois.
I will say I am a Midwest girl at heart. I will always be a Midwest girl at heart.
I 1000% agree with that. You actually became more Midwest when you started saying y'all.
That's Midwest? I just feel like Midwest is just like a way of life.
We're doing a little life update today. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but we've been changing up our content quite a bit. We've made it a lot more fast-paced, and the OG viewers are like, we just want to hear you guys talk. We had you guys send in questions from Instagram, and we're gonna answer them today.
Should we start off with a doozy?
Ooh, this is a good one. Do y'all plan on having more kids? We've had a few happy accidents recently.
Wait, that's not a happy accident. It's like when you actually get pregnant.
No, I'm just saying, there was a few times that we did not use any sort of preventative measures.
That's a little bit too much detail.
That's a very medical term. That was not.
Happy accident is a medical term?
We and didn't use a condom.
Matt, I'm literally not okay with you putting that on the internet.
We're actually figuring out what type of birth control method we want to use going forward.
I was not gung-ho about getting into hormones. My hormones have been through enough this past year. I don't need to add to this.
And so we've actually looked at more natural methods, and that's where we have freaking Natural Cycles, baby. Let's give it up for Natural Cycles for sponsoring today's video.
Natural Cycles is a fertility app that empowers women to know more about their health and their cycles so they can seek options that aren't hormonal. They have you take your temperature daily, as well as input other fertility factors into their app to tell you whether or not it's a green light day or a red light day. And basically, if it's a green light, it means you're good to go. You don't need any other forms of protection.
Good to go where?
You're good to go. Now, you know what I'm talking about. Women ovulate one day a month, but men...
You can just say it. We're adults. You can say it.
Okay, sperm can survive in the female body for about 5 days. So that's why they say 6 days is where it's you want to be careful.
Oh my gosh, wait, so you only ovulate on one day? So you legit only get pregnant one day a month, but it's because the sperm can live inside there for 5 days is why it's a 6-day window? I didn't even know that.
There's something else I was going to say because you interrupted me.
I'm so sorry.
Something else that's really cool is that they also have a partner view setting. So I can share the data with Matt so we can kind of be on the same page.
That's cool.
As to what's going on.
I did not know it had that.
That's really cool for your partner. If you don't want to take your temperature every day, they actually can sync directly with the Oura ring.
With this?
Yeah, you can just sync it with that.
That's so cool.
Click the link in the description to check out Natural Cycles and use code Matt and Abby, all caps, no spaces, to get 20% off your annual subscription plus the free thermometer.
That was a very loud kiss.
See, our spark is dead. Back to the regularly scheduled programming.
Does being on social media make your relationship harder? Honestly, yeah.
In some ways, yeah.
It's easy if you're working a job that isn't with your spouse so that you can have a hard day at work and then come home and escape with your spouse. But for us, if we have an issue with our coworker, that's each other.
We can't crap talk about our coworkers. Yeah. Well, you can, but it's gonna result in the fact.
So if Abby's upset with something that I did work related, or I'm upset with something Abby did work related, then that just automatically becomes part of our marriage too, and that can be really challenging. We're
not only making relationship decisions or parenting decisions, but we're also making business decisions, so it's hard to be on 100% agreement on every single one of those topics.
Totally.
Hi, buddy. How did you know you were pregnant before you were pregnant?
Abby was eating McChickens nonstop.
Of course, we love them.
It's an Amazon truck.
I mean, I like fast food, don't get me wrong, but I wasn't the biggest fast food. The Amazon worker is approaching.
Dude, what if he brings us the package? That'd be hilarious.
We need to hide.
Dude, don't hide. I want to receive a package. We're at my cousin's house right now for Thanksgiving.
Oh gosh, this is so awkward.
I think he's coming. I think the Amazon guy's coming up to us. Oh, hello. I'm gonna wave at him. Hey.
So awkward.
Oh, he's walking right past us. There he goes.
Do you openly breastfeed in public?
Yes,
I have a 1-month-old and I'm so scared to, but want to.
Abby has major FOMO, so she wants to be around people as much as possible, but she will try to step aside in certain situations, especially if she needs to use her haka, where you can't really discreetly use a haka in public. No one needs to see. Abby's full nipples out at that point.
Women who use a haka, you know that nobody else needs to see.
I think it's crazy that we in our country make it illegal for women to be topless, because it's if dudes can be shirtless, I love being shirtless. It's why can't women be shirtless? However, culturally, I don't want people seeing Abby topless. I guess women can openly breastfeed in public. It's just some people are weird about it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I saw this TikTok where this guy was getting mad at this woman for breastfeeding in her car, which I do that all the time.
Which is so crazy.
For privacy. This one says, would you ever consider starting a podcast? We hate talking, honestly.
Yeah, we don't like to talk at all. all, we would probably never do
A
that.
bad idea.
Terrible idea.
Do not like to
Would
talk.
not want to ever
We
do
have
a
nothing to
podcast.
say. When are you guys getting Griffin a dog? That's right. When are we getting Griffin a dog?
When your parents move to Arizona, we will have dog babysitters, and then we can get one. Because we travel too much that we would be the worst dog parents.
Yeah,
when
we
take
want to
care
wait
of
till
them.
we can be good dog parents.
Yeah, so once we have more family move out, then we'll have dog sitters in town that can watch our dog.
We're really making all that moving out there. Since do you ever want to kill your partner?
Oh my lord. When people kill their spouse, I'm like, why don't you just get a divorce? If you hate each other that much, maybe just part ways.
I think that if I were to
somebody.
kill Matt, I would definitely push you off when we're hiking.
Dude,
And then or if I poison you, I could just feed you to hogs.
why have you even thought about this?
Because that's the way you can get away with it. Who does Griffin look more like?
Definitely Abby. We have baby pictures of Abby's younger brother, Blake. Griffin looks just like Blake, like identical to Blake. It's actually freaky.
You don't look anything like what you did as a baby.
There's a lot of changes that go on, so it'll be interesting. I hope that Griffin's like a hybrid of us, but who knows, maybe he'll just look like Abby forever.
Weirdest fear/phobia.
I don't worry very much. Luckily, you worry more than me, and I think we balance each other out in that way.
Do you think I'm like a big warrior?
You're not a big worrier, but you definitely worry more than me. I don't know if we ever told people this, but we actually thought that Griffin had this rare genetic disorder.
He doesn't have it, and we wouldn't be talking about it if he did. I just don't want to be talking about my son's health online very much.
We found out right when Griffin was born that he may have this thing called VLCAD. And what VLCAD is it's this genetic disorder where essentially if you are someone with VLCAD, you just have to eat often because your body is not able to use energy from your fat stores.
Yeah, and if you don't, then basically your blood sugar levels could get drastically low,
yeah.
and it can be very dangerous.
And so essentially what we had to do is, because the doctors didn't know if Griffin had VLCAD, we got him genetically tested. We had to wait 4 weeks for this test to come back. And during that 4-week time period, we had to wake him up every 3 to 4 hours in the night to feed him.
Before you give parents advice, just understand that you do not know the full picture. So I was getting
Exactly.
all these DMs that were like, why are you waking your baby up to feed him? Do not wake your baby up to
Totally.
feed him. There could be a number of reasons that parent is choosing to do whatever they're choosing to do that you don't think is right.
Yeah.
So you need to pause and ask yourself, is this advice unsolicited?
I don't even know how we got on that
It was
topic.
weirdest fears and phobias.
Wow.
I have a phobia of possums.
Did you lose a spark between you and Matt when you had the baby?
I mean, there's a time where it's like, especially the first 6 weeks, where it's just like, I don't matter, you don't matter. All that matters is
Is the baby.
this third entity.
I will say the highs and the lows have gotten so much more extreme. We've had really, really, really good times and then really, really, really bad times. We took a trip to Lake Tahoe and we were like so in love. Like we were just like, we made this human together and we
Yeah,
love each other
we were
and this is
really-
the best thing. And then like, I feel like the next week we just had like a hell week of, you know, look, I know everyone's different, but like anyone that's like, we don't fight in our relationship. I'm like, are you really
Do you
serious?
love in your relationship?
Do you even talk to each other? It's amazing to me though, like when you talk to people, you realize like, oh, you gotta work things out, right? But other people go through the same crap that we go through.
Learning how to apologize and learning to accept apologies and
Yeah.
doing it all over
And there's
again.
changing hormones.
Yeah,
all
Matt's
over the
hormones have
place.
been all
My
over the place since
hormones-
having Griffin.
Yeah,
Seriously, it
same.
must have been so hard on you. I saw this video. It was like, take care of your husbands after you have a baby because they've been through a lot too. I'm like, oh, please. It says like and subscribe to support Griffin's college fund.
That's right. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button.
Okay, that's
join
enough.
the family.
They'll subscribe if they actually like us. If you don't
That's
like us,
true.
then don't subscribe.
If you don't
because-
like us, why the heck are you even watching this video?
This one says, new mom here. How do y'all handle parenthood so gracefully? I'm drowning.
Aww.
I feel like life circumstances can really make or break the early days and months with a baby. And we had a really good setup for us, which was such a blessing.
If you are a new parent, do not be afraid to ask for help. There are so many people that are willing to step in
They'd love to.
and walk alongside you. Like, you would be amazed. Like, there's a lot of good in the world.
Reach out to somebody and ask if you're already in
Yeah.
the trenches of it. And just know that, like, I feel like at least for us, after month 3, it got so much more fun. Because at the beginning, it was really challenging, but now it's like getting fun.
Everyone's asking about how many kids. I feel like
I
we've
know.
answered that, but we could just say,
You guys, there's more interesting things about us than
yeah, then how many
My
kids?
womb.
Probably 3 to 4 kids. We always fight about this. Abby's like 5. How do y'all navigate holidays as a married couple?
we have had to draw the line a bit more because before, like, we would try to do everything and we would be driving and
Everywhere.
traveling our whole holidays. I'm like, this isn't
Everywhere.
even fun. This
Wasn't
is
even
just
fun.
stressful.
So stressful.
Constantly packing back up and getting on the road again.
Yeah.
And it was just too much. So this year we're doing less driving, especially because we have a baby and it's not in his best interest.
How do you personally deal with all the pressures and anxiety of social media? Honestly, you just got to get off of it. For us, that means oftentimes not reading comments because sometimes comments can be a big Debbie Downer, those can really affect our days.
3 things I always say about negative comments. 1 is that I know who I am and other people are allowed to be wrong about me. 2, I'm in control. If something is not healthy for me, it's not serving me in the moment, I can close out of that app. And 3, I got nothing actually.
How are you guys? I love that question. I'm feeling great. Abby put on this perfume that she used to wear in high school the other day, and it like brought me back. Going home is fun for that reason.
Do you ever think you'll stop having Griffin on camera for his protection? Right now he's a baby,
You know, the thing is, it really just depends. Like, there's nothing wrong with having kids on camera, but there definitely is a wrong way to do it.
With anything, there's a right and a wrong way.
There's a right and a wrong,
and it's up to us to navigate
and
that.
I think when people do it the wrong way, then people are like, oh, kids should never be on camera.
It's not that black and white. Of course, we want to protect our child, and we will do anything to protect him. We have no reason to think that there's a safety risk at this point in doing so. But we can't live our life in fear like that. And yeah, I want to share him with you guys because I love him and he's my son, but I never want you guys to subscribe to this channel for Griffin. I always want you guys to be subscribing for us.
Are y'all going to spank your kids? I really wasn't spanked as a kid. Abby was spanked as a kid.
Don't say that on the internet.
Oh, sorry. We've realized that with our kids, I think there's other ways of parenting that we can use to effectively teach them and discipline them.
I feel like the mentality behind it, like the people that say that it's okay to spank, it's like, well, they're kids and you can't just talk to them and they'll know.
Yeah.
But then it's like, then how can you explain to them why they're getting spanked?
I feel like it'd be really easy for you to like overspank.
Yeah, because you're like overly emotional.
If I'm really mad, like I'll like do push-ups or like punch a pillow or something. It's like, why would I then
I've never seen you do push-ups and then just rage push-ups.
I've done it before. That's why I'm so strong.
Wait, have you done that? This one says, Abby, could you explain your breastfeeding routine, journey, etc.? Before my milk even came in at the hospital, they had me use a pump, which now I have mixed feelings about because not long after that, I became painfully engorged for like 2 to 3 weeks, which is not normal. They were rock hard. It was just super painful. I ended up getting mastitis twice, like this, that, and the other. I worked really hard to stop using the pump because I think I kind of became dependent on it to like get the milk out. So now I just feed Griffin from the tap. I use a Haka too. I can't even ask this one.
Read it. What is it?
What was your biggest argument about?
Ooh, can we even answer that?
Maybe for the health of our marriage.
Yeah, maybe for the health of our marriage.
I wonder if we're
keep that
thinking
one.
of the same thing.
I'm thinking about the same thing. I think I know what the argument was.
Yep.
Yeah, that's even something that our closest friends don't even know about.
Yeah, so probably shouldn't mention that one on the internet. For the health of our marriage.
For the health of our marriage. Is it crazy to think it's been a year since you surprised your fam with your pregnancy?
No, we're literally at the exact location where we surprised them.
Life moves so fast. Recently, I've been learning that I need to enjoy the journey of life more so than a destination. Because
we've lived life really fast recently.
We've always been looking forward to the next thing. Like, so excited for the next thing coming, which it's fun. It's okay to look forward to things in life. But when you live that way, it's just like...
Life will just pass
you by. I cannot believe we walked into Thanksgiving today with our baby.
I know you have feelings, but you don't show them a lot. The other day, you were teary, and he was talking about how when he puts Griffin to bed every night, that you like try to soak in that moment because every night he looks a little different, he looks a little older. The days go fast.
They're so fast.
I feel like if we could pinpoint a time at the end of our life where we'd be like, those were the good old days, like it would be right now.
Even looking into college, when like in college, I was like, man, I can't wait to, get a job where I can make, decent money. And like we were broke living in low income housing. And I'm like, man, I just could not wait for the next thing. But looking back, I'm like, those were the days. You tearing up?
I just wish that like we could pause everything.
Yeah. Me too, honestly.
Yeah, but we can't. So we just gotta enjoy it.
It's freaking crazy.
And cherish it. And keep our head on our shoulders and know what's important always.
Yeah.
What's really doesn't matter.
Yeah, like actually spending time on the things that actually matter.
Yeah.
Rather than wasting time. Because like now I think it's like I'm realizing how valuable time is and you can never get that time back.
No. It's the one thing you can't buy.
Yeah. I mean, it's the one commodity that like nobody has any control over.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.